Ladies and gentlemen, today I will be talking about one of the most catastrophic events in human history, World War I. This war, which began in 1914 and lasted until 1918, involved more than 70 million military personnel, including soldiers from many different nations. By the time the war ended, it had claimed the lives of approximately 9 million soldiers and 7 million civilians. Causes of World War I. There were many complex reasons why World War I broke out. One of the main causes was nationalism, where countries believed that their own nation was superior to others. This led to tensions between nations, as each country wanted to protect its own interests. Additionally, the arms race that had been going on in Europe for many years also played a role in the start of the war. Countries were developing more powerful weapons, which made them feel more secure, but it also increased the likelihood of war breaking out. The assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand of Austria-Hungary in June 1914 was the immediate trigger that set off World War I. Austria-Hungary blamed Serbia for the assassination and declared war on them. This set off a chain reaction, with other countries joining in on one side or the other, until much of the world was engulfed in the conflict. World War I was fought on many different fronts, including in Europe, the Middle East, and Africa. Soldiers fought in brutal conditions, with trench warfare being a common tactic. Trenches were long, narrow ditches that provided cover for soldiers, but also left them vulnerable to attack. The war saw the use of new weapons like machine guns, poison gas, and tanks, which caused devastating casualties. The war also had a significant impact on civilians. Many were displaced from their homes and forced to flee to other countries. The war disrupted trade and caused food shortages, which led to famine in some areas. Women took on new roles in society, as many men were away fighting in the war. They worked in factories and hospitals, and also took up arms as nurses and even soldiers in some cases. End of the war. The war came to an end in November 1918, when Germany signed the Armistice of Compiègne, which brought an end to the fighting. The Treaty of Versailles, signed in 1919, officially ended the war and imposed harsh penalties on Germany, including reparations payments and territorial losses. These penalties would later be cited as one of the reasons why World War II broke out. Conclusion. World War I was a devastating event that changed the course of human history. It showed the destructive power of modern warfare and left scars on both the soldiers who fought and the civilians who were caught in the crossfire. It is important that we remember the lessons of World War I, so that we can work to prevent future wars and ensure that the world remains a safe and peaceful place.